You've seen the 182nd rule killed B-17s, but for the Lancaster, it's even more unforgiving. One wrong turn and you're back in the hangar with a massive repair bill. But if you can master the clock, the Lancaster isn't just a bomber, it's the most efficient silver line printer in the British tech tree. Let's break down a timing sequence for the ultimate heavy bomber run. Right team, so we can't win all the time. This was route direct and I took out 4 targets. So route direct works sometimes 10% of the time. We can't say it doesn't work because there it goes. So this is us. We waited for our 3 minutes for our friendlies to get 5 kilometers in front of us. We went left in the direction of away. Remember, keep hitting the C key, watching where the furball's starting, and the key is trying to get behind the enemy fighters. We're still in the climb. Potentially for the Lancaster, it's better to start in the air spawn later and then go straight into the direction of away. But here we are, first target. 3 bombs. 3,000 pound bombs, I should say, takes it out. Second target. And sadly, my team is disappeared or has disappeared. So by me taking out these targets, I'm also giving away my position. They know that somebody's in the back taking out targets. So 3 targets. Looking for the 4th, and then as I was changing through reviews, I saw that guy coming in. Flick to guns. And see you later. But Patient Predator, 3 targets. So I accidentally airspawned. I went straight into the direction of away. That's our team getting in front. So they're out 20 kilometers in front of me now. I've got the benefit of altitude, and I'm as far away from the enemy as possible. That PD4Y was diving away from one of our fighters, so he was never going to annoy me or give away my position. The key is not being seen. Right now, I'm climbing up through 6,000 meters. Props, there's not really a chance that they're going to be able to climb up to get you. So now I'm heading in on the bombing run. Sadly, I forgot to record this video, so it doesn't show the base destroyed icon. Again, 3 bombs per target. Having a little bit of a problem getting onto the target. The Lancaster's pretty fat. But as we mentioned in the intro, the Lancaster was famous for the Barnes Wallace 12,000 pound Grand Slam bomb. However, we're trying to take out 4 base targets and it can only take 1 Grand Slam. So if you're playing naval realistic battles, then the Grand Slam is probably a great bomb to take. However, in air realistic battles, doing bombing runs, yeah, we want to take the 1,000 pounders, as many as we can. And there goes the base. We've dropped 1.8 tons of bombs so far, and the tickets have just run out as we're heading for our 3rd target. So, Patient Predator works. Forgot to start recording for the wait. However, we waited. As you can see, our friendlies are 5 kilometers in front of us. I'm taking off heading out to the right-hand side of the map, trying to get outside of our blue targets. In an earlier game, was in the Lancaster, I was doing this and I went too close to our targets and a TU2 got me. So be aware that you've got to give yourself a little bit of space off our targets for bombers that may have forward-facing machine guns. Generally, it's not a problem, but can happen. As with anything, can happen. So we've gone out to the right. We're outside the targets. We're starting our bombing run, or lining up to the bombing run. You've always got to be aware of fighters, what they're doing. So while you're on that bombing run, make sure to continuously check for the enemy. First target being dispatched, 3 bombs. On to the second target. We had a little bit of a whoopsie getting onto it, but apparently 1,000-pound bombs don't really need to hit the exact part of the target. 3 on him, and yeah. Now we're off towards the third target. First base destroyed. So, hard and fast rules. The second base destroyed. The 180 seconds isn't hard and fast. You can vary it. That's why I say 5 kilometers or 180 seconds. The team may get out to 5 kilometers earlier than 3 minutes. What you're trying to do is create time and space. You're giving yourself space to get up to altitude or to get out off to the side of the map, away from the enemy fighters. In jets, they can climb really fast, so altitude isn't really your friend. Space is your friend. So the more space you have, the better chances you have of this working. And what I can say is, it really works. So the next video that I'm doing is going to be on the B-66B in the American Tech Tree. If you've looked at it at all on YouTube, you would have known it as a massive struggle playing, and most people that did videos on it when it came out hated it and it was too hard to do. However, using the patient predator method, very, very easy. I'll just leave that there. Coming in for a landing. So we blew up 4 targets, came back, landed. The Lancaster, and this is the Mark 1 by the way, not the Mark 3, is very easy to play in 2026 using the patient predator method. We are coming back and landing. We will rearm, reload, and we'll be able to take off to go to a 5th target. So this method is also very dependent on your team. If your team doesn't do 10 things and tries to be bombers when they're fighters, and etc., and all folds around you, then your chances of getting back to base is slim. Anyway, team, remember, like, comment, and subscribe to help grow the channel. And we'll see you again next time.